we've been through this many times before, and we will go through this again. This was the great ultimate test. Strip Superwoman and Superman of their supernatural abilities, meaning that you have partial of their DNA go dormant. You're supposed to have over 64 aminos inside of our bodies, which are like building blocks, Legos, that they can conform to anything. They can mutate or change into anything. And we only have 22 of them active, and those are considered what you call metagenes. So when they say we are only operating at 5 to 10% we only accessing 5 to 10% of our brain, that's true, but we have the ability to access the entirety of our brain. And this is why it's so important for them to keep an environment, keep the education system, change your language, put you in a frequency that is very low, that you are unaware of, because you have been stripped away from what? Science. Everything that falls into science don't make a difference. Botany, anatomy, chemistry, neurology, all of this is no difference. They just have different branches of it, because you are so unique. We are so fucking unique. We're constantly evolving, because we are what you consider, we're not the body. We are neuromelanin, and neuromelanin is constantly evolving. It is evolving the suit in which you are in. So the suit in which you are walking around in, no matter how much you toxify, you, the soul, is always trying to evolve the suit. You're always trying to fight off those toxins. So you're just adjusting. That's simple as that. So when I tell people, monitor certain things that these other people are monitoring, is for a reason. When people sit there and tell you, oh, don't look at that, they lying to you, they giving you false information, that's because they don't understand and overstand universal law. They don't understand the power within themselves as a creator. So therefore, they're looking outwardly and saying there is a Most High, there is God, there is the creator of all, when the creator of all is intelligence, and that intelligence lies within each and every last one of us. And there's a pecking order. There is the cosmos. There is the cosmos, which is mother. There is the sun, which she gave birth to, and as above, so below. And you can break the cosmos down even to small atoms that's the smallest building unit of the cell. The male is the centerpiece and is surrounded by electrons. The universe, the sun, and is surrounded by planets, which are the electrons. So understand and overstand, as above, so below, as within, so without. So people don't want to really, when people say that, they're only saying it from, this is something that sounds good, but they don't understand that from a scientific physics, chemistry point of view, or biological point of view, because if they did, then they wouldn't conduct themselves or even begin to get on their knees and pray and look for someone else to make a better day for them, because they would actually create tomorrow right now. See? So understand and overstand, my people. Let me show you this human resident. Let me show you the information that now that they're allowing to that, since they shut that website down, I went over to this, and I just want to give you some information that it's not that you ain't already know. I want to give you some hold on. I want to give you some information on this right here. So here we go right here. Let me just show you this. This is the Schumann residence. Russia, China, and I do believe there's one more. The European nation, Russia, and China, and I think it's North Korea, have instruments that monitors the earth. This is the vibration of her heart, the frequency of her brain. The earth is alive. It's Mother Earth. So the frequency that Mother Earth was always at was she didn't even reach 8. She never even reached 8. She was right here, 7.83. So now you see all of these individual lines, all of this activity on the background, and then you see these spikes right here off the chain. These are past 40 hertz. Past 40 hertz. This is 7.83 is docile. This allowed the complex organism to stick together, meaning their cells. It allowed their cells to bond together. Now it's vibrating higher, so their frequency, their cells are now changing. Because the atom is changing. The charged particle in the cell is changing. That's why the atom is changing. See these spikes that are coming off, these spikes right here. Look at this, up to May 3rd. These spikes, you see these lines right here, off the chart. These are still hot. These are still spikes. No matter what No matter if, see, when you see this, this is anxiety, depression, no sleep. This is road rage. This is peace. This is happiness. This is prosperity. This is growth. This is creativity. This is knowledge of self. This is also anger. This is frustration. This is disappointment. This is guilt. Yes, this is accountability. This is also what that is right there. That's the Schumann resonance. So let me go over to this right here. Let me go back over to this right here. My bad. I didn't mean to do this. So here we go right here. The Schumann resonance signal provides a brain frequency range matching electromagnetic signal, providing the synchronization needed for intelligence. Intelligence. Each around the lobes of your brain, you have individuals, and then you have a collective magnetic field, and you have your pineal gland is made of riboflavin crystals. So your pineal gland is crystallized, and when your pineal gland starts to turn into just a piece of meat, that's when it's calcified. Now in our pineal gland, those that are eating healthy and those that pineal gland wasn't calcified and now are getting, or pineal gland was temporarily or somewhat calcified, now they're eating healthy. Now they're starting to see. Your brain is starting to feel different. You actually feel different. You feel different. I can't explain it, but you can feel like the energy, the electrical current that is flowing throughout your circuit board. Let me just put it to you like that. It's a complete differently. So let me just say, human intelligence, the brain, and electromagnetic system. Hold on, let me move on down here. Here we go right here. What does the Schumann resonance do to the human body? Mood and emotions. This is not something that I'm making up. Mood and emotions. And this is affecting your central nervous system, the brain first. When you affect the brain, it affects your physical reality. Mood and emotions. The Schumann resonance is believed to have a positive effect on mood and emotions, promoting feelings of well-being, calmness, and inner peace. This could be related to an entrainment. Entrainment means to flow. This means to flow. Entrainment effect on blood pressure, and in turn, its effect on what? Dopamine. Its effect on dopamine and serotonin neurotransmission in the brain. Hold on. I'm not done yet. Let me finish. Let me go on down here. This is the last one I want to read. Here we go right here. So here we go. The human body frequency. The human body is no different. Interestingly enough, each organ has its own optimal frequency range. When the frequencies of our body interact with the frequencies in our mental environment, they can have either a healing or a weakening effect on our physical and mental and spiritual well-being. When the frequencies of our body interact, remember I told you we have a human biofield. We push out and we pull in. We push out and we pull in. When the frequencies of our body interact with the frequencies in our environment. So remember when I told y'all the reason why right now in our communities right now you have food out there, but the food is not what you like cookies and fucking candy and all that other bull crap. Let me explain something to you. Like I said, if you're right now in your circle, you have to ask yourself how many people in your circle right now can eat dandelion out there, because it's healthy. It is full of beneficial properties for us, healing properties. Can you literally right now, how many people in your circle can do that? See, and without the corner store, the market, the grocery store, not there no more. How many people can you in your circle right now, or they're going to snap out, or they're going to get angry, or they're going to make bad decisions because their mind is gone? How many of them going to do it? Ask yourself that question right there. before we go further, because this is a major thing that's going on. And I told you this Schumann resonance, these CMEs, these coronal mass ejections, along with these sunspots on the sun and these coronal holes are spilling out charged particles, and these particles are bonding with the mental molecules of your atoms, even your brain, the smallest atom, the neurons. They are bonding with them. They are vibrating like this. They're no longer vibrating like this. They're vibrating like this, and there's changing. They're changing. So this is where you get P1p36 deletion syndrome of that chromosome, because this is changing. If it can't stay whole, put it to you like this. Put a bunch of quarters on the table. Put a bunch of change on the table. Put dimes, nickels, put everything on the table. Then put a speaker on there. Put a speaker on there and change the tone. Change the bass tone in the speaker. And look at the change. The louder the speaker, the deeper the bass, the more it's going to vibrate. And guess what? Soon you can put them all together like this. And then what's going to happen? It's going to part. All the quarters and dimes are going to part. They're going to go their own separate way. If it doesn't have the glue to maintain its structure. And what's the glue to maintain its structure? Come on, let me see somebody put it in the chat. What's the glue to maintain its structure? What's the glue? Let me explain something to you. Hold on. Remember what I said? There you go. Neuromelanin. If you don't have the glue that maintains that structure, because this is coming from the sun, bro. This ain't coming from nothing else. This is coming from the sun and all the stars within the cosmos that are spilling high levels of radiation to this planet. And this radiation, these charged particles are bonding with the charged particles with you. Neutrons hold no charge. So understand and overstand that, my people. Let me finish going. I'm not done yet. Whoa. Is there anything else over here I want to slow? Last one here. Okay, here we go right here. This is why what I tell you what's happening with us. See, some of us woke up and were like, I want to go to school because this is the best thing we have to do. You got to do this. And some of us woke up and were like, damn, why I got to do this? And I don't feel like doing this, that, and the third. I want to do something else. It wasn't that we was dumb. We was slow. That wasn't even the case. But they made it out for you to be that. And they taught your own brothers and sisters to do that. They taught your own brothers and sisters to talk down about you. But see, the awakening that's happening on this planet is said to you, is saying they didn't come the way that the world told you that they were coming. They were coming different. You see, light is light, no matter what it is. Understand that. Believe that. So here we go right here when I said to you that the Schumann resonance was at a docile state. They kept us at a docile state. Now the Schumann resonance is spiking 120, 140 hertz, and it's maintaining at least 36 hertz right now. So, and this deals directly with your central nervous system and the pineal gland. Now they deleted the website that I was on. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this real fast. Let me show y'all this. Remember the website that I was using that gave all the information about the Schumann resonance? I had it locked right here. Watch this. Watch this. Gone. That shit's gone. So here we go right here. So now I got to give it to y'all this way. That's cool because see that website that broke it all down. It broke around the biological effect. It broke around the effect that it has on the pineal gland. They shut the website down. See, because I kept breaking it down and people started listen anyway. We're going to keep it moving. So what are the effects of the 7.83 Schumann resonance? See, this is good for them. This is not good for us. This is why the Schumann resonance is spiking and they are acting out, and we're coming into what? What do we want to do? Everybody wanted all of a sudden want to do what? They want to learn. They want to know what the hell is going on. People that have been practicing certain religions for years have now walked away from religion and now fucking hugging trees and putting their feet in the dirt. Stop fucking playing with me. People that have been, people that said, I will kill for Jesus. I will kill for Allah. I will kill for my God. Now they out there hugging trees and talking to honeybees and fucking planting fruit, fucking vegetables. What's wrong with you? Stop playing with me. Eating different. They levitating in their own little fucking world. So let me just make this clear. We go, all right. What are the effects? When people are exposed to the earth natural frequency, see, earth natural frequency of 7.83. Now 7.83 is natural, and everything past 7.83 is unnatural. See, anything that they can't deal with is unnatural. See, this is natural for them. That they experience such benefits as what? Enhanced learning, memory, body rejuvenation, balance, improved stress, tolerance, anti-jet lag. Now, anything past 7.83 is a problem. That's why climate change is getting ready to hit the fucking ceiling. That's why it's getting ready to hit the ceiling, because they can't deal with it no more. They can't deal with it no more. So now let me just go over here real quick. Let me zoom. Let me move up here to this right here. Let me go over here and show y'all this. Let me go over here and show y'all this. Look at what's coming towards Earth. Look at what's coming towards Earth, baby. Talk to me. Talk to me. We're going to get this. We're going to get this later tonight going into tomorrow. Look at this. These sunspots right here. Don't worry. I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to show y'all the gold X-ray flux. Watch. Look, I'm going to show you how it's popping. Look at this right here. Look at these sunspots right here. These right here are the potential to let off strong M-class flares and X flares, baby. This is what these are, and they are getting larger, and they are moving towards the equator. They are getting towards the equator. Look, the moon. Look at this, the moon. So we just gonna reverse this. I want you to look at this as I'm reversing this. This is going backwards. This is going backwards, baby. Look at this. This is going backwards. This is going backwards. Look at that. Look at all that. And then you had a rest period. Said, we're going to give you a rest. And now we're going to go back at it. They mating like lions up there. Yo, they mating like lions up there. Boy, they creating like lions up there. Look at this. Look at this one right here. Look at how this one formed. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. You see that right there? Look at that. How it just formed. And then, look. Look at the other ones just pop out. Look, these coming right now. We dancing with these right now, my people. We dancing with these right now. Look at that. Sun ain't playing no game. This creativity time. This creativity time. So hold on. Let me flip this back around. Let me see. I'm cool. Hold on. I'm cool. It's cool. It's cool. Let me see. What else I want to show y'all. Oh. Kala, how you going to forget that? You can't forget that. So let me tell you when I was telling you. Let me show y'all something real fast. Now I'm going to go over this for y'all because I want y'all to understand how they play with y'all, how they play with us. But it's not. Hold on. Let me see. Somebody asked a question. Wow. I want to show y'all how they try to play wordplay with us, but that's because we're not reading, and we're afraid to read. We're afraid to challenge ourselves. And not only that, we have a thing with us is that when we come into certain things, we want to make it seem like, you know, some God anointed us with it. Instead of saying, yo, I developed self-discipline. I sat down, took time out of, I don't watch TV. I got away from any of that stuff. And I wrote things down, and I wanted to read, and I wanted to learn. And the knowledge is there. The knowledge don't seek you. You have to seek the knowledge because the truth is in plain sight. You just have to go get it. When you get the truth, you have to be able to deal with the truth. So now when we go over here, right, when we look at this right here, I'm going to flip this around. Now, I done showed y'all where the radiation at. This is the troposphere, right? This is where the airplanes is flying at. Airplanes are not flying up here. Then they say the ozone layer right here, which is the stratosphere, right? This is the stratosphere. This is where your jets and stuff fly at, right? And then you have your mesosphere, right? And then your mesosphere, you're gonna see where I'm going at with this in 1 second. In your mesosphere, this is where you have your ice crystals, so-called ice crystals, your meteors. And then you have your thermosphere. And then you have your exosphere, and then they got a man in the spacesuit. Well, let me explain something to you. No man in no spacesuit go up here. They talk about us when they say this right here. But let me show you this. This is where the satellites orbit at. This is the thermosphere. But we're going to stick with this right here. Thermosphere. Now, this is where ice crystals are supposed to be at because it's so cold up here. But right above the mesosphere is the thermosphere. Now, I want y'all to peep this real fast. Anytime you use the word thermal, I told you it's the difference between what you want to learn and what you want to do with your day and what you don't want to do with your day. So here you go. Anytime they use the word thermal, you must understand they are talking about heat. So the Greek word thermi, meaning heat, is the origin of the objective thermal. Hold on. Oh. Something that is thermal is hot, retains heat, or has a warming effect. So so-called black people, when you pull up physics and you look at the black body, so when you pull up abundance, man, abundance. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a reminder. Listen, I'm just a reminder. I'm not a teacher. I'm just reminding you. Do you see this shit is just coming together? It's just making sense. Like, yo, this is where they talk about CO2 emissions on the planet is at a high rate. Why? Because during the day, we absorb the light of the sun. And at night, we release gases. We releases the CO2s through our pores, through our skin. This is what we do. This is what happens. So, and during the day, the trees release gases. You see, as they absorb in the sun, and at night we release gases. This is us. So when you go to they talk about thermal, they talk about heat. Anytime they talk about heat, they talk about radiation. So heat is emitted in the form of light. So light, when you have light coming to the planet from the sun, that light comes in a form of heat, and heat is also information. That light is also information. So now when you look at thermosphere, this is the radiation, but the radiation is down here. This is why you see airplanes are flying much lower down here in the troposphere. But when you see thermosphere, anything you see thermal, anytime you see a thermal in anything, it means heat, radiation. This is what this is right here. So when I be telling my people, man, there is no God, there is no Satan, that everything lives within you. It has all you can do. You are the creator of all. There is a pecking order. The pecking order automatically, without anything, the pecking order is automatically woman, child, and man. That's automatically the pecking order. Point blank and simple. Outside of that, amongst our species, the pecking order is intelligence. That's it. That's the only thing that is separate. Mastering self, because we all have this intelligence. Because it's stored in our genetics. However, it's to master it no matter what realm you are in. This is what it is. So in school is the ultimate realm to master this. This is either going to cement you on earth or cement you amongst the stars. You either want to be a human or you want to be an angelic benevolent being who you truly are. That's what you want to be. It's either one or the other. So being a human, being an angelic benevolent being does not equate to indulging in any type of activities or accepting anything that's coming from your abuser that actually abuses the planet and destroys your species in the process. Your immediate family, you may be cool, but however, our species in its totality is not well at all. So there you go right there. So is there anything else that I want to go over here? Because I'm going to go when I go live, when they take me off of being blocked off of YouTube, for that video. Oh, last thing. So we have May 3rd right here. Today is May 4th. And I told you this is in 8-hour increments right here. So we have May 3rd. So if you go right here, May 3rd, let's go about 4 hours before. So we go 1, 2. No, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you had 7 M flares. Let me see. 124 in the last 32, almost 48 hours. 32, maybe 48 hours. 32 to 48 hours. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 M flares and 1 X flare. And this right here that we just got a few minutes of this not too long ago, this right here, this X flare, and then we had an M flare, a minor M flare, M3 flare, and then we had an M9 flare. This is a strong magnetic, this is a strong flare right here. All of them is strong. All of these are charged particles, just so that you know. But when you see this right here, when the cards are coming out, I told you these sunspots are letting off M flares and X flares. Didn't I tell y'all last year? When I tell y'all last year that this was going, we're not going to stay here. This is where we're at now. And they're not even letting out a lot of the information. They're really covering a lot of it. But this is where we're at right now. M and X flares. And then it's going to increase even more. And then the ozone layer is going to be removed. So listen, it is what it is. I'm not here to make you believe me. I'm not here to make you trust yourself. Trust yourself. It's it's 8 billion people on this planet. 5.5 billion people have animal DNA. They have a creator on this planet, and we're part of their creators. I would say this, the people that actually came from us mixed breeding with other races of people, you actually have our genetics in you, and we actually fathered you or mothered you. I'm going to tell you right now, stay close to your parents. Call it what you want. Do whatever you want. You can get mad at me all you want. I'm just telling you what it is. Let you know, this is not a game that's going on. Trust me when I tell you. I can name several movies that showed you death behind mixed breeding. I can name several movies about it. Whether they're animation, whether it's Transformers, whether it's some sci-fi movie with like lions and wolves, or Last King of Scotland. Or I can bring it to real life. What was the lady name that died over there? Princess who? Princess who? She died which way? Because she was messing with who? She was supposedly pregnant too. And she wrote a letter too. And she said one day, people on the earth will hopefully accept partial of my family. We are all not the same. Because this is where the draconian species fight with one another. Yes. But Pindar, the head one, says you're going to follow my rules. Every movie, if you don't understand, whenever there was like some major slave encampment and something was going on, wasn't there always somebody from the other side that felt sorry for someone that was enslaved and abused? And they wanted to help them? You better think about it, but this is how the draconian species was going to try to worm their way into you. So I'm going to let you know, you can go ahead and let them worm their way into you, and the rest of these species that's going to be walking around and talking about, well, I was just here on Earth and I was told not to say nothing to you, and I just wasn't going to say anything, but I was just minding my business. You see me go to work every day and I wasn't bothering you. Yo, people gonna be sitting there like, what? Yeah. That's why they told you that it's a disease that they diagnosing people with, because you're gonna start seeing what people gonna have funny shaped eyes, ears, teeth. Oh, really? When was this supposed to start happening? I don't get it, man. I'm telling you. Oh man, I value, I appreciate y'all. But if you think we're the only life form that's right here in this realm that is sitting there observing us because we're the ones to observe, I have the slightest idea. They love us, they value us, especially you, so-called black woman. You have the slightest idea at all. That's why they're around you all the time. That's why they observe you. That's why they have you doing what you're doing. They like you. This is something. But you give off a. Let me tell a black woman something. You can't smell this. Although you do, but you think you don't, you associate the smell with fragrances. You understand what I'm saying? Like lotions and perfume. But there is a certain odor that comes off of you naturally that in a higher dimension, if you were able to access more of your brain, your neuroreceptors, basically your nose, the gases would be able to go in your, how do you think, I just want to give you an example. See, people always knock me when it comes to nature, when I speak about nature, but in how we should pay attention to nature. So you get mad at me, and then you want to use certain things that animals do, and then you want to say, well, we're not animals and we don't do that. But I want y'all to know something. Animals are very, especially the natural animals on the planet, are very healthy, clean, and they're disease free. The only ones that are poisoning them and making them dirty or even giving them diseases is us by polluting the planet. Animals are very clean. See? So if why do you think an elephant or any other type of land animal can, when a female let off a pheromone, can smell it 10, 12 miles away? Why you think that? Why you think that the elephant can be sitting down eating and that wind will blow because the trees carry it? See, everything works for each other. Everything works with one another. The wind comes, the trees push the fragrances around. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? The lion could be sitting there eating. The male could be sitting there eating. And what do? Oh, that's coming from that way. What'd he say? That's coming from that way. And then what he started doing? Why is that? There is a fragrance that you let off naturally, so-called black woman, that tastes better than any type of food, fruit, or vegetable that you can ever put in your fucking mouth. I just want you to know this.